How to knit the German slip stitch selvage edge, English style. For this tutorial, you will need a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Webs for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Northampton yarn from their Valley Yarns line in the color Lake Heather. The German slip stitch selvage edge is a method of creating a slip stitch edge along your fabric. And these are used to help stabilize your fabric, and they also make it easier for you to pick up stitches along the edges. So it'll give you a nice looking sort of smooth edge that looks a little bit better than your normal stockinette edge. So if you like the cleaner look, and it's going to help a little bit with the natural curling that will happen with stockinette fabric. It's not going to eliminate it, but it will definitely help. Now the difference between this method and other slip stitch selvage edges is the order in which we make the stitch. So we're going to start for step one by knitting on our right side, and we're just going to knit all the way across. And you can, if you're knitting in pattern, that works as well. This pattern tends to look nicest on stockinette fabric, but it will also work on other types of fabric. And for step two, we are going to stop at the last stitch in our row. We're going to leave the yarn in back, and we're going to slip the next stitch purlwise. Okay? Then we'll turn our work, and for step three we are going to purl the first stitch like normal. Now it's going to feel a little bit awkward because our working yarn is coming from the second stitch, not the first stitch. So we'll wrap that around and purl it. Okay. Now I find that I purl a little bit looser than I knit, so you might want to pull that a little bit tighter than normal for yourself. And then we're just going to work across until the last stitch in our row. And when we reach the last stitch on our purl side or wrong side of our row, for step four, we're going to leave the yarn in front of our work, and we're going to slip the last stitch purlwise. Okay? So then we're going to repeat steps 1 through 4 until you've reached your desired length. So again, I'm just going to start knitting, and that's what's creating our chain along the side. So one chain is actually going over 2 rows here, and you get this really nice looking smooth chain along the edge on both sides. So that's how we do the German slip stitch selvage edge. Want more new stitch a day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.